Good afternoon, everybody. It's Multiclass Gamer here, back with some more Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. In the previous episode, we continue making progress through Goo Lagoon. We end up here in my favorite area of the entire game, the Lighthouse of Goo Lagoon. Why exactly it's my favorite area of the game? Well, it's pretty much the stormy atmosphere that basically, that's what takes the cake as far as being my favorite area of the game. So, yeah, basically we just activated the lighthouse beacon in the previous episode. That's how we ended off, basically. And so at this point, we're now going to make our way to the top of the lighthouse because there's actually a present there waiting for us at the very top, right above the beacon. So it is for that reason that we're going to make our way to the top right here. Also got some doubloons up here, so just more and more reasons to head on up there. So here's the upper floor. And right here is pretty much the very top. Well, not exactly the very top, but very close to the very top. We've got some doubloons leading up right here. And we should be just about there. Let me check around here, make sure there's no more doubloons. Do not want to miss out on any of them. Okay, so here's the beacon. Now I'm going to take this clam. I love how it makes like different sounds than most clams do when you bounce on it. Just point that out. But here we go. There's the O. Just kidding. That was stupid. Okay, so upon doing that, you may notice that there were some planks that came off the door at the very top of the bottom of the lighthouse. You're probably wondering, hey, what does that do? Well, basically, it's just a shortcut. You know, it's like a shorter way of getting up here. You can basically just take that and it'll take you all the way up here, instead of having to scale that very bottom part of the lighthouse. Alright, so, and now, also, surrounding the lighthouse, we got all these giant jellyfish up here. And I always thought to myself, like, what if these jellyfish are the reason for the lightning storm? But I don't think that is, because the lightning's above the jellyfish, so, yeah. Jellyfish can't really be the cause of it, you know, despite the magnetic, the electrical force they probably create or something like that surrounding the lighthouse. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, we have the beacon on, we got the Lair Tile on top, and there's also another Lair Tile over there. That's one of the reasons why we're platforming on these giant jellyfish. And the other reason is Larry's up here. Yeah, look at that. Somehow you end up all the way up here after we last saw him at the juice shop.
You again? I already told you I'm not giving up my championship belt. Now stop asking me about it, dude.
I can see that my song needs another verse. Oh, there once were two fellas who met on the beach. One needed a belt that seemed out of reach. It had a big letter that would open a treasure, but the big guy who wore it did not want to remove it.
Tartar sauce. Where can I go to get away from you? Maybe I can hide at that old shipwreck.
Oh, jeez, Larry. Okay, so, and then right here the game basically tells you now he's at the shipwreck. Where the shipwreck is and what the game is talking about there, you guys probably don't know yet, but you will know pretty soon, because I will actually take you guys there next, I think. But there we go, there's the end. So with that, we got 5 of the letter tiles, and now this last giant jellyfish over here will take you basically back to the lighthouse, so you can start making your way back down. Obviously, as you can well expect, the trip on the way down is going to be a lot shorter than it is to get to the top. Alright. So with the lighthouse beacon, we can, if we want to, we can go to the pier and take care of what we need to what we need to take care of there. But come to think of it, I actually think we should take on the shipwreck next, because it's where that's the last place we'll see Larry. Because once you get over there, he's essentially going to give up and finally give you the championship belt. Sorry. And, of course, as you will expect, the Lair Tile on the championship belt is the whole reason why we're getting the belt in the first place. So we're going to get that in due time, of course. And you know what? Since we're out of my favorite area, we can now... Okay, well, it's not just because that was my favorite area. It's also because of, some other reasons, like... if you listen to music in that area, it just does not fit at all, But I can totally understand, like, somehow I can actually understand why there are so few music tracks in this game, like, maybe because You know, this was the very first SpongeBob game to go on the jellyfish. What? The GameCube. Sorry. So you know, maybe they didn't know like how it would handle SpongeBob or whatever. I don't know, because it's just a beginner's kind of game, I suppose. But here it is. This is the shipwreck we were talking about earlier. It's actually right above the bus stop you took to get here. So yeah, talk about convenience. And here's Larry.
I really mean it this time, dude. No talking, no singing, and no way I'm taking off my Tough Man Championship belt.
That's it, Larry. You give me no choice but to invoke my greatest singing powers.
God, here it goes.
Prepare yourself. Oh, there once were two fellows who met at the beach. One needed a belt that seemed out of reach. It had a big letter that would open a treasure. But the big guy who wore it didn't want to remove it. So SpongeBob decided to sing a myth song. If you think I'll give up, boy, are you wrong.
Okay, that's enough. You want my belt so bad, then you'll have to win it the same way I did, in the Tough Man Arena. Just climb on board when you think you're ready, tough guy.
So finally Larry cracks, and we can now make our way up to the shipwreck here. We can finally get that belt from him. But first, we're gonna have to do some exploring here, because guess what? We got some doubloons and, well, actually there's no jellyfish up here, but there are a lot of doubloons that you're gonna have to collect. And there's also a Lair Tile here that gave me so much freaking trouble. Like, for the life of me, I can never find this Lair Tile at all. Like, okay, so you know how there's a Lair Tile that says to the crow's nest? Get to the top of the crow's nest? Well, basically, when it says crow's nest, it's actually referring to the highest point of this shipwreck right here. That's what it was talking about. Not some crow's nest in the, like literally some crow's nest in at the lighthouse area. That's not what it's talking about. That's what I always thought it was talking about. So that's why, for the life of me, I can never find this Lair Tile. But it turns out to be up here at the very top of the shipwreck. So essentially, this is the one thing that kept me from beating this game like a long time ago when I was a little kid. So go figure. But before we get the Lair Tile, well, actually no, let's just get it now so we can get it out of the way. Oh crap, I missed the jump. Well, you know what, screw it. Let's take this hook right here. Of course, you have to go all the way back up there to where the hook originally was, because he doesn't doesn't let you like right back over there so you can get the doubloons on the other hook. So that means you have to make your way back over there again, which is pretty annoying, because you have to do it 3 times essentially, because, well, yeah, you have to do that for both those hooks, and then you have to do it for the Lair Tile, which is pretty annoying, you know, pretty inconvenient, but whatever. It's not like the game is asking for much, you know. It's not really much to do, actually. You know what? Forget it. Let's just get the Lair Tile and then take the hook. That way it's only 2 times. So I guess 2 times in a row works right here, you know. 2 times in a row, man. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna steal from NCS. I'm not that kind of person. Okay. Let's get that B. There we go. So there's only 3 Lair Tiles left. One of them is at the pier. The other one is here. Wait, what was the other one? What's the other one called? Okay, so on the pier, we're gonna do that later. Defeat Larry in a karate match. We'll do that soon, and just spoil what you have to do to get the Lair Tile from Larry. Sorry about that, but either way, the other one is gather 250 doubloons in Goo Lagoon, which is pretty much most of the doubloons, because we've already got 64% right now, and we're only at 197. So that should tell you that there's not that much margin for error as far as, you know, getting enough doubloons to get the Lair Tile and getting enough doubloons to get 100%. But with that, we are now officially done with the shipwreck. We got all the doubloons, and now all we have to do now is take on Larry, get that belt from him. So here we go. And yes, guess what? You know what that music means? You know what this costume means? Yes. You are going to have a karate match against Larry to get the belt from him. Yes, I know it's not exactly a good way as a tough man thing or whatever, because you're not actually... Normally it'd be like, you expect like some boxing match or something, but no, you're just doing a karate match just like you did with Sandy. So, in that regard, this is going to be no more difficult than it was than those karate matches we have with Sandy, so let's get this over with.
The rules are real simple. We get a short amount of time to bust stuff up. The person with the highest score at the end wins the belt. But I'm warning you, anything goes. Got any questions? Then let the battle begin!
And here we go. We're now facing off against Larry. Now, you may think that this is going to be a lot more difficult than it was with Sandy, because, you know, Larry's bigger and whatnot. But really, it isn't. He puts just as much of a fight, pretty much just as much of a fight as Sandy did, so it's not that big a deal. And again, he can still hit you, but it's not going to do any damage, so I don't know why the characters bother to do that. I mean, you can also do damage to them, but it doesn't really stop them much, so I wouldn't recommend doing it, you know. Just focus on, you know, busting up as much stuff as you can, because you know you're a lot faster than the foe is, so you don't really have to worry about that. So essentially, this is definitely one of the easier missions of the game, so, well, pretty much it's just the way it is. That's the way this game is. It's really easy in general. It's definitely a lot different than, I should say, than Battle for Bikini Bottom. You know, a lot more difficult, different.
You've got a lot of heart, little dude. The championship belt is yours. Time for a kelp smoothie.
I mean, this game is like a lot more different in terms of difficulty. You know, between this game and Battle for Bikini Bottom. So here we go. We now get to head on back to deck because we now have the Tough Man Arena Championship belt, which is pretty nice. Not that we had to work hard to get it, but whatever. All right. So with the karate match with Larry out of the way, that leaves only 2 Lair Tiles in Goo Lagoon, essentially. So, with that, we're now going to commit suicide and jump off the shipwreck. And land in the beach, even though we clearly saw water directly under us. And with that, we are now going to head on over to the pier. Now, let's just say there's going to be somewhat of an unfortunate turn of events at the pier. But we'll get into that later as we actually get into the pier. Because we now have the sand dollars that we need to get into the pier, in addition to turn on the lighthouse beacon, so we can now head on over there.
All right, I turned on the lighthouse beacon. Is there anything else that has to be done? Anything at all?
That's everything. The boat should arrive any time now. I'll go open the gate. You better get on the end of the pier. You might miss the boat.
Oh, we might miss the boat. Oh, God. What a scary thought. I guess we should get over there as fast as possible. You're not going to need your jellyfishing costume or anything because essentially... Yeah, see that? We were 100% on jellyfish, so we know at this point that there's going to be no jellyfish at the pier. So you don't need your jellyfishing costume or anything when you go to the pier. So yeah, we're just going to go there regular costume, basically. Which is not really that big of an issue. I mean, the music... I don't know, the music for wearing the regular costume is just, it just doesn't fit at all, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't fit with the whole beach atmosphere, you know? I'd much rather be listening to the music from Super Mario Sunshine than that, but whatever. It's the game's music, you know, can't really complain about it, you know? So it's just one of those things where you just gotta be happy with what you got and not happy, and, you know, not complain about what you didn't get. You know, it's just one of that usual stuff. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know right now that you should bust up every barrel you see around here and like look everywhere you possibly can for doubloons, because you may not realize it, but I'm not gonna spoil why, but let's just say that whatever you do not collect here, you will never ever be able to collect again, because in a way, you are not going to be able to come back to this area. And I will... Obviously, the game will explain that for me once we get up to that point. But yeah, basically, you want to collect... I don't know why I said connect. Collect all the doubloons you possibly can on your way there, because you're not going to get a second chance to get all these doubloons again. Now, there's also some other crates that'll give you, like, pairs of pants, which is really nice. And there's a really stupid barrel back there that did not give us anything, even though it actually had doubloons leading up to it, which is pretty stupid. I mean, why would you have doubloons leading up to nothing? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Are you looking for
Oh yeah,
trouble?
by the way, it's pronounced doubloons, not balloons. As someone actually pronounced as they were trying to troll me in the comments one time. They're like, stop collecting all the balloons, dumbass, or something like that, I don't know.
Hey,
It's one of the
no
funniest comments I've
running
ever
on the
seen. I mean, like,
beach.
it's not okay to call me names, that's why I had to block that person or whatever. I don't know if I actually did or not, but if I did, that's why. Obviously, if that person's watching my videos, they wouldn't be blocked, but whatever. You know, just stupid things like that. Okay,
I told you to slow down.
so here we're getting close to the end of the pier here. Gotta kill that stupid lifeguard, cause who the hell cares about lifeguards? This is the pier, not the beach anyway. So why do we need a lifeguard here? I don't know. All right. Hey, would you look at that? Our last Lair Tile's waiting for us right over there.
I hope I made it in time. Yes, I see the boat now. It's getting closer.
Whoa, that's a big boat.
Getting closer. Looking good.
Thing's almost comparable to
Not slowing
Titanic.
down, but definitely getting closer.
Oh shit.
Getting really close. Still not slowing down. Too close. Must move legs. Hurry.
Yeah, I would start running at this point too if I were SpongeBob. Holy shit. So, with the Flying Dutchman controls of the ship, he's now going to literally demolish the entire pier. And so you might want to make a run for it. And this is what I was talking about when I said that you would not be able to come back to this area in a way until later. We are gonna be coming back after Dutchman's pretty much destroyed the pier, and we're gonna have to look through the wreckage and collect everything. And then after that, we'll be officially done with Goo Lagoon. But yeah, it's just, yeah, this is definitely one of my least favorite parts of the game, where you have to go through the. I just never really was a fan of going through the pier when it was demolished, cause you know, we'll get into that once we get there, okay? But let's just escape for now. Holy crap! I almost missed a barrel here. Does it have? Yes, it does. Holy crap! You guys have no idea how close I came to missing out on the balloon there. That was sucked. Would have sucked terribly. Are we up to 20 minutes here? I can't tell if we are, cause I actually, you know, cause I went to a bathroom there. I had a cut somewhere, so. It says 23
No
minutes
reason for
right
me
now,
to stick
but-
around here now that the pier's demolished. If only I was younger, I'd check through that wreckage for anything useful. It's back to Jellyfish Fields for me.
Are you hinting at something? Do you mean that I should go through and look through all the wreckage? Because, you know, whatever, I'll do it, but still, I just, I suppose I shouldn't end off this episode without showing you guys, giving you guys a little preview of what we're going to be dealing with in the next episode. And God, I'm not looking forward to it, so I'm kind of glad that we're stopping the recording now. Because I won't have to do this until like 2 nights from now, which is pretty awesome. Yep, this is what we're going to be dealing with in this next episode. We got all this ridiculous platforming over the water and crap like that, because as you know, you die if you fall into the water, so yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, but thankfully, I don't have to do it until next episode. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, we're going to explore the wreckage of the Goo Lagoon Pier and see what we can find. Besides all this treasure everywhere, hopefully somewhere among this is seeing our very last Lair Tile. So, but we'll find out next time. So, see you guys then. Multiclass Gamer signing out. By the way, if you are the owner of this boat right here that's spinning around in the water in front of me, I feel sorry for you because you're going to be dealing with some nasty car insurance issues. Just saying. See you guys later. Bye.